Welcome to Dog Facts Funny. Today, we're diving into a quiet wonder: why dogs enter our lives at all. Take your coffee, settle in, and let this video add a new dimension to how you see your canine companion. A dog rarely enters a life with urgency or drama. There is no announcement, no symbolic moment where everything suddenly makes sense. Instead, a dog arrives quietly, observing the environment, learning the rhythms of the home, sensing how space is used and how emotions move through it. At first, nothing appears to change in a meaningful way. Many people later realize their dog came during a period of transition rather than stability. After loss, after emotional exhaustion, after a shift that left life feeling unbalanced or uncertain. The timing often feels ordinary at the surface, yet strangely precise in retrospect. Not planned, not deliberate, but fitting. This reflection is not about destiny or meaning. It is about patterns that repeat across lives and households. When a dog becomes part of a human environment, something subtle begins to adjust, not because the dog intends to change anything, but because presence itself reshapes behavior. Dogs don't seek control, they seek connection. Dogs are often described as obedient or submissive, but this framing misses what actually guides their behavior. Dogs are not responding to authority as much as they are responding to emotional clarity. They look for consistency in tone, predictability in movement, and stability in daily rhythm. A dog watches how a person handles stress long before responding to commands. They notice whether reactions are sudden or measured, whether attention feels safe or erratic. Over time, this observation shapes how close the dog feels comfortable being and when. This is why dogs often gravitate toward individuals who feel emotionally readable rather than dominant. Not the loudest presence, not the most controlling one, but the one whose signals make sense. Connection forms where clarity exists. Why dogs change how humans move. Living with a dog subtly alters human movement through space. People begin to walk more often, to wake earlier, to notice the weather, to structure days around shared rhythm rather than internal urgency. These changes rarely feel intentional. Movement becomes more deliberate over time. Doors close more gently. Routines adjust. Silence becomes something shared rather than something that needs to be filled. The presence of a dog introduces a steady external rhythm that humans slowly align with. This alignment does not feel like sacrifice. It feels like accommodation. Human behavior softens not through effort, but through repetition. Another nervous system is present, and awareness expands to include it. Attention without judgment. Dogs do not ask for explanations or emotional narratives. They do not require justification for mood or performance for affection. What they respond to is presence, who shows up consistently and who remains emotionally available without demand. This creates a rare environment for many people. Attention is received without critique. Companionship exists without evaluation. There is no pressure to be improved, productive, or emotionally articulate. Over time, this absence of judgment becomes regulating. The nervous system settles when it is not being assessed. A dog's attention, freely given and freely withdrawn, models a form of connection that does not rely on control. Why dogs stay close during emotional distress. Dogs often position themselves near humans during periods of emotional difficulty. This is not because they understand the situation conceptually, but because they sense physiological change. Breathing shifts, muscle tension increases, movement patterns alter. These changes are immediately noticeable to dogs. Their response is not intervention, but proximity. They lie nearby, follow quietly, or remain in the same room without demanding interaction. This presence is not performative. It does not seek to fix anything. It simply stays, offering a steady reference point while emotional systems recalibrate. Routine as emotional anchor. Dogs introduce structure into daily life without imposing pressure. Feeding times, walks, rest periods, and evening settling create a rhythm that repeats regardless of emotional state. The day becomes gently marked by care. For people experiencing anxiety, grief, or burnout, this rhythm provides grounding. It offers movement and purpose without urgency. Responsibility exists, but it does not overwhelm. A dog does not require perfection. They require consistency. Over time, this consistency stabilizes emotional landscapes that felt previously unanchored. Dogs and emotional regulation. Dogs do not tolerate prolonged emotional unpredictability easily. When environments become volatile, dogs reflect it through restlessness, withdrawal, or heightened alertness. This reflection is not judgment, it is response. Humans living with dogs begin to notice this pattern, not consciously at first, but gradually. Emotional tone begins to adjust because the dog reacts immediately to instability. Regulation emerges not through instruction, but through feedback. The dog's behavior mirrors the emotional climate, encouraging steadiness without ever demanding it. Consent through choice. Dogs choose connection repeatedly. They approach, stay close, lean in, or follow from room to room. These behaviors are offered, not owed. Just as clearly, dogs sometimes choose distance. They rest elsewhere. They disengage. They observe rather than participate. Living with a dog teaches that closeness is not constant. Affection that is chosen carries more weight than affection that is demanded. Over time, humans begin to respect this distinction. Not just with dogs, but in relationships more broadly. Why dogs often arrive during hard times. Many dogs enter human lives during emotionally complex periods. This is not symbolic, it is practical. Dogs fit into lives that need presence more than stimulation. They coexist with grief without interrupting it. They do not push for positivity or resolution. They simply remain nearby while life reorganizes itself. This quiet companionship is often what makes the timing feel significant in hindsight. Not because the dog changed circumstances, but because they adapted to them. Dogs and emotional maturity. Living with a dog tends to increase patience over time. People learn to pause before reacting, to repair rather than dominate, and to adjust behavior rather than enforce control. Dogs do not cooperate with emotional immaturity. The relationship only functions when communication is respectful and predictable. Mutual respect develops slowly. And as it does, emotional awareness deepens naturally. What dogs leave behind. After living with a dog, people often notice subtle internal changes. Greater tolerance for silence, reduced urgency to control, increased emotional steadiness. These changes do not feel like lessons learned. They feel like calm acquired gradually. Dogs do not demand transformation. They allow it to happen through presence. You do not need to believe a dog entered your life for a reason. You only need to notice what shifted after they arrived. If your reaction softened or your awareness expanded, that matters. Dogs do not explain why they stay. They simply do. And in that staying, something adjusts quietly over time. If this reflection felt familiar, you are not alone. If you would like to continue exploring dog behavior without myths, dominance, or noise, you are welcome here, where understanding grows quietly, just like the bond itself.